Welcome to Circuit Zolder for the American Festival, the final round of the Belcar Endurance Championship. Lots of spectators despite the not so good weather conditions. There's a lot to see. These are the winners of the 2023 season. The Total Plan Racing Lamborghini won the opening round. The new race festival on Circuit Zolder. Then Jan Racing, the Q1 track racing Porsche, won the Spa Euro race round. 24 Hours of Zolder was won by the August by NGT Porsche. Very wet conditions sometimes, as you can see, but there was sun for the finish. Fourth round at Oschersleben was a 1-2 for Belgium Racing after this BEC car sport Audi hit trouble right at the end when the rear wing came loose. But still, they were leading the championship before the start of the final round in Zolder, with a rather comfortable lead both overall and in the GTA class. We don't have to take too many risks to win the race. We could also go for a second or third or fourth, depending on how the race goes. But we are not going to run a defensive race right from the start. And second in the championship is the Derdala Porsche from Belgium Racing. We dropped some points at Francorchamps when both cars with the team collided. We then finished 14th, and if we had finished among the first 3 or 4, it could have been a completely different situation. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Tom Bonen is driving a Chevron GT V8 for the final round.
Tom Bonen, hoe beter als je verjaardag te vieren?
Tom Bonen, what better way to celebrate your birthday than at the wheel of a Chevron? Yes, I don't think there are many better ways than that. We had 2 good days of testing early in the week, but yesterday we had some electronic issues with the ABS, with the wiring and all that, so the brakes were not really reliable. So now for today we have removed everything and we will try to drive without ABS. In the GTB class, the Hannover BMW is already certain of the title.
Rob Verhoeven, vandaag is het...
Rob Verhoeven, you can already enjoy the title today. Yes, indeed, that's the case. Yeah, we can celebrate the title, but we don't want to end the last race. We do want to end the last race with a podium. That's the intention today. And Julie Jane, the case marker, together with Julie Kennis, wins the latest trophy.
Ik ben er super blij om.
I'm very happy about that. I didn't expect it because this is only my first full season in Belcar. But winning the latest trophy straight away is really nice as a women driver. And there's another lady driver at the start, Ellen Leijsen in the Abarth.
Ellen Leijsen, vrouwen.
Ellen, a woman, certainly has a place in motorsports, right? Yes, we are indeed doing our best to get up with the rest of the cars. How was your weekend so far? Well, pretty exciting, especially because of the weather conditions. You have to make the right tire choice, and the Abarth is not always the easiest car, and it's also pretty difficult to choose the right tires for these conditions. Already winner of the junior trophy is a young Michiel Havrans at the wheel of the Red and Porsche. He shares with John de Wilde. So good results for Havrans this season.
This weekend, and it's
yes, we hope to end this weekend and the season on the best possible note. Free practice then in sunny conditions, but it's always difficult to stay out of trouble. As you can see here, the leader of the championship, there's a misunderstanding with one of the BMWs and both cars go into the wall. That's a serious hit for the leader of the championship early in the weekend.
Ja, de jongens hebben veel werk.
Yeah, the boys have a lot of work now. I hope they can fix it. I suppose so. But I had nowhere to go, really. It's part of the sport, but on a decisive weekend like this, it does cause stress. And he was not the only car going off. Here's the little Hannover BMW of Mark Verhoeven going off, small damage. And then it was time for qualifying, and the pole went to the Lamborghini of Russell Racing by NGT.
Ja, het is een beetje een verrassing.
It's a surprise that we're on one. I had tested very little. It's also a new team and there's always some surging involved. The conditions were good for us. We had a free lap. The asphalt was drying and there was only one dry line, so we had to pay some attention. But a first starting place, better is not possible for tomorrow, I think.
Eerste startplaats, beter kan niet voor morgen.
On second on the grid is Jan Lorijsen, again driving alone in the Q1 track racing Porsche. Dylan de Dalle and Michael Cole on third with the Belgium racing Porsche. And next to them the repaired Audi of PK Carsport with Stines and Bert Langin and Peter Geulings starting from fourth. City Quadras on GTB pole with the Mercedes.
Het is een heel vreemd seizoen geweest voor mij natuurlijk. En niet
It's been a strange season for me and not the way we had planned, but I think we made the best of it with 2 weekends with the Mercedes and also being able to drive the 24 hours for Hannover. So there were some nice results to look back on. In TA, Matthias Lismont was fastest, but he lost his fastest time due to a yellow flag infringement.
Ik heb de snelste tijd gereden, maar het is wel...
I had the fastest time, but they took it away from me. But I got everything out of the car and happy to know that I'm the fastest of the M2 drivers. Why was your time cancelled then? Well, it's my own mistake. I hadn't seen the yellow flag and just in that moment overtook someone. It happens. I think it's a shame. But now we know that I am among the faster M2 drivers and we will take that with us to the race.
Ik was er eigenlijk niet echt van op de hoogte wat er precies gebeurt.
I wasn't really aware what exactly happened, but I'm glad we can start first. Maxime van den Hove on pole, then in TA, and in TB it's the Van der Water BMW. We had a good feeling during the free practice sessions. The car has had some adjustments to the engine management this week and we hadn't driven it yet. But this morning we immediately had a good feeling, even on all tyres. So we were really looking forward to the qualifications.
Dus we keken uit naar de qualifying.
Down here's the starting grid for the final round of the Belcar 2023. The Russell Racing Lamborghini on pole and then 2 Porsches. The Q1 and Belgium 1 with PK Carsport Championship leader on fourth. Time for the start then of the final race of the season, a 2-hour race with the Lamborghini and the Porsche on a wet track. All the leaders are on rain tyres to be sure. Still, it's pretty risky. 31 cars at the start and the Lamborghini and the Porsche go towards the first corner. Is it the Lamborghini of Van Hooydonk or is it Jan Lorijsen in the Porsche who takes the lead? Here it's Stines Langin with the Dalla Porsches right behind him and next left to him as well. Langin hit once and there's one on the left, there's one on the right and another hit. And Stines Langin is not really impressed by that. So the Lamborghini of Van Hooydonk leads from Jan Lorijsen in the Porsche. And then it's the Belgian Racing Porsche of der Dahle. Stines Langin in fourth with Koen Wouters in fifth in the other Belgian Racing Porsche. As you can see, a dry line is forming. Still some slippery conditions in some parts of the track. And there's already trouble for Jan Ooms in the Q1 track racing Porsche. The number 55 car. Only 3 laps in and that's it for Jan Ooms. And there's a full course yellow. And some take advantage of that to make an early pit stop like Jan Lorijsen. So it's now the Lamborghini leading from Dylan de Dalle and Stines Langin. Top 3 of the race in one shot. And here Tom Boden gets into the chevron but it has mechanical problems. We were doing well, we were even leading and the car was running well, but now we can't go higher than 3000 RPM. It's as if the accelerator pedal is blocked. In GTB, the Dix Motorsport, Mercedes is leading and 7th overall in the hands of Jarno Geus, is being chased by the GNA motors of Gino Kenis and Michael de Keersmaker. And 3rd is the TCL Motorsport BMW. Best of the TA cars is a fight between the Manfred Verbeek and the M&D Racing Audi. And this 32 BMW of Balian Motorsport. TV class is being led by the pole sitter, the Van der Water Motorsport BMW. Here we are again with the leader in the championship. First of the pit stops together with the Belgium Racing Porsche. Faustines Longin after some 25 minutes into the race. Both have their pit boxes at the end of pit lane. Faustines Longin gets out to be replaced by his dad Bert.
We zijn allemaal gestart, de leiders op.
All leaders started on rain tires and it dried quickly, but I think it was the right choice. I drove to the front together with Dardala all the way to the pit stop. So to take the title, we have to finish close behind them. So I didn't take any big risks. I'm pretty happy with my sprint. Dardala now leading, giving the wheel to Michael Cole.
Ik denk dat we nu eerste liggen.
I think we're in the lead now. Apparently we still have a 20-second penalty because we drove straight to the starting grid. But if so, then so be it. But Jan Lorenzen has a different strategy, coming in early under that full course yellow. And now he gets back to rain tires because there's some rain expected. You can see the dark clouds. Trouble for the Lamborghini, unfortunately. After a few laps, Jeffrey was hit at the back. Then I took the wheel, but I didn't feel comfortable. I did a spin, and at the very end we had a puncture as well. I thought the car wasn't going well, and after the driver change, Christophe also thought the car was not running properly. So I think something was disrupted by the collision. In GTB, the Dirks Motorsport Mercedes is still leading, 7th overall as well.
Mooie battle ook gehad straks met
Yeah, I had a nice duel with the JDK BMW. It was very close. We made contact a few times. That's part of racing, I guess. Everything is going well for now, yes.
Dus ja, alles het voorlopig goed te gaan, ja.
That was the end of the first part of our report. See you after the break. Back in Zolder for the final round of the Belcar Endurance Championship, and as you can see, it has started raining hard again. In the GTA class, Jan Lorenzen is now leading with the Q1 track racing Porsche thanks to a ideal strategy. In second is Dylan Dardala with Michael Cole. Cole at the wheel now. The leader in the championship, up to third. Bert Longin now at the wheel of the PK car Sportari. Here we are with Jos Menten in the second of the Belgium Racing Porsches. Very slippery conditions. Rodgers and Menten in fourth then with the Belgium Racing Porsche. Michiel Havrans and John de Wilde sharing the red and Porsche are in fifth. GTB, a good race for the Alnimax Racing BMW, who has Mark Goossens as one of the guest drivers this weekend. In trouble for the new champions, the Hannover BMW, surprised by the wet conditions, as was the GNA Racing BMW, but they can rejoin. They did lose some time though. The BMS BMW was about to hit trouble as well. GNA Motors JDK BMW getting back to the front after a small excursion. The leading is still the Dirks Motorsport Mercedes. Now Cedric Waters at the wheel. Tough conditions in TA as well. This is Stevens Motorsport BMW of Xavier Jochen Stevens. The Billion BMW is still among the leaders as well. And here's the Cupra doing really well. Maxime Van den Hove in the GT Racing Cupra. He's behind Manfred Verbeek for the moment, though. At the wheel of the Audi. MTB and Gebs was leading the category, but then there was a contact with one of the faster cars. Gebs were in the lead, and then this happened. Yes, indeed, it's always difficult to estimate the speed difference between the slower and the faster cars. And when turning in, he hit me on the rear wheel, and I couldn't catch it anymore. That means that the Van der Water BMW is back at the front in the TB category. Halfway through the final round, Q1 Track Racing is leading Jan Lorijsen from the Belgium Racing, Porsche and the PK Car Sport Audi. Good driving by the TA Audi as well inside the top 10. Yeah, Mark Goossens is coming in the 14 Alnimax BMW. He was supposed to drive NASCAR this weekend, but his car broke down and so he's now driving Belcar.
Mark Goossens, wat een weekend voor jou. De NASCAR.
Mark Goossens, what a weekend for you. The NASCAR was a bit disappointing, but now you can get straight into the M4 and drive Belcar. Yeah, it wasn't the plan. Yesterday Alexander called me to ask me if I had the time and inclination to come along for the ride, and now I had the time. And at Red Ant Racing we checked whether the strategy was correct, and so there was this opportunity. I had already let them know that I would like to coach them a bit or just adjust the car. And yesterday in qualifying did about 5 laps, and now I also do the race, so having fun.
En bij deze, dus gisteren qualifying, een rondje of 5 en nu de race.
Maxime Lismont and Junior Plancard in the TA BMW still fighting for the title in the TA category. Unfortunately for them, there were some engine issues and they lost some valuable time.
Matthijs Lisbon na een heel mooie wedstrijd.
After a great race in Oschersleben, now bad luck today.
Vandaag, pech dit weekend.
Yeah, today it's no one's fault, not the mechanics, not mine. We think it's a sensor, which gives us a lot less power. So we reset everything, and now we continue driving. Winning the race will be difficult, but for the moment we are still third in the championship. So we try to reach the finish and have fun with it.
Het gaat heel moeilijk zijn, maar tot nu toe zijn we nog altijd derde in het kampioenschap. Dus we rijden gewoon uit en we maken er nog veel plezier van.
In GTA, Jan Lorijsen is really dominating the race thanks to a perfect strategy. He's doing the 2-hour race all by himself, as he did in Spa earlier this year. The Audi is up to second now, which is of course enough of a result to get the title. Then Jos Manten and Koen Wouters up to third. After a wrong strategy decision by Belgium Racing, considering tyres, Dylan de Daal and Michael Cole drop back. And there's a good fight now for third with Havrans de Wilde against Wouters and Manten. In GTB, the Alnimax Racing BMW is fighting for a podium finish as well. It's chasing the 88 TCL Motorsport. Leading is the Dirks Motorsport Mercedes over Wouters and Goossens. Great title fight as well in TA. Stevens Motorsport fighting for a podium finish. The Audi of Manfred Verbeek in the M&D Racing has dropped to second now in the second half of the race. And if Maxime van den Hoven can hold on to this leading position, he will not only win his first race of the season, but he will also become champion in the TA category. A bit less excitement in the TB category. The Convents Racing Team BMW on a virtual podium finish. These are already certain of the title. JJ Motorsport of Tom and Guido Werks. But it will be difficult to win this race because for the moment it's still the Van der Water Motorsport leading the race in the TB category. And here comes Jan Lorijsen, final corner for the Q1 Track Racing Porsche, and it's the second win of the year.
fantastische race. Ik heb
A fantastic race. I really enjoyed it. Today there was everything. There was driving in the dry, in the rain. It was very difficult, but the team made great strategic decisions. Couldn't have been better.
beter kon het niet.
Second place is for the PK Car Sport Audi, and Peter Guling, Stines and Bert Longin become the 2023 Belcar champions, as they did last year. 2 titles in a row then.
Ja, echt wel blij om...
Yeah, we're very happy to become back-to-back Belcar champions. It wasn't an easy season. We did not win a single race, but we drove very regularly. It really wasn't an easy weekend, but I'm very happy with that, being a champion twice in a row. Third place for Jos Menten and Koen Wouters.
Jos Menten een mooie derde.
Jos, a nice third place together with Koen Wouters. Did you expect this, or did you hope for something more? I was really hoping for something more. As a team, we made a wrong decision at the end by going on slicks, and that was a team decision. You make it together. But we could have finished second. Now it's third.
We hadden tweede kunnen worden en nu zijn we derde geworden.
Winning the GTB category is the Mercedes of Dix Motorsport in 7th overall as well.
Super wedstrijd. Ik denk...
It was a great race. Team did a perfect job. It was difficult at first because of the tyre choice. We hesitated for a long time, but in the end we drove the entire race on rain tyres, and that clearly turned out to be the best choice. But you don't know in advance, of course, and Jarne stint was fantastic as well. When I started, all I had to do was control the race and take the car to the finish. The Hamofa BMW are the new champions in GTB. They finish the season with a 6th place. And winning the TA race and championship is the GT Racing Cupra of Maxime van den Hoven.
Eindelijk een overwinning na alle
Finally a victory. After all the setbacks we've had, finally a victory. And we're also champions, so it couldn't have been better. In TB rather, the Van der Water Motorsport BMW takes the win.
Het was niet simpel vandaag, we hebben niet cadeau
It wasn't easy today due to the weather conditions. We didn't get it for nothing. We made the right choices by starting on slicks and then waiting just in time to switch to rain tyres. And then we were able to keep our lead until the finish. And everything worked out in the end, and we are very happy with the end result here for the final race of the season.
Daar zijn we heel tevreden mee.
The final podium celebrations of the 2023 season with the PK Car Sport boys as the new champions, defending their title. This is the final result of the American Festival. Q1 track racing Porsche of Jan Larijsen wins it from PK Car Sport Audi, and the Belgium racing Porsche of Wouters and Menten. The final results of the championship. Massive lead for PK Car Sport, winning it from Belgium Racing, and Hamofa Motorsport in 3rd.
Ik denk dat dat niet anders kan. We hebben 5 heel spannende
races. We had 5 very exciting races. Jan Larijsen has won 2. PK, they are champions again. For Bert Longin, it's the 8th title. It's fantastic. Today we saw a very nice race with lots of spectators. So I think we can safely head towards the winter break. And that was it for the 2023 season of the Belcar Endurance Championship. See you next year.